My name's Isaac, I'm 21 years old, and right now I make 86K a month. But there was a certain point in time where I was stuck in that 10, 50, 20K a month level. In this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 key limiting beliefs I eliminated and the mindset shifts I made to allow myself to break past that income level and achieve the income I'm earning now. So first I want to dive into the personal journey I went through and why I was stuck at that same level for such a long period of time. So let's take it back to March 2024. Hit my first 10K profit month. I was over the moon. I was thinking, we're about to be rich, boys. We're about to go to 100K a month very, very quickly. I went abroad, I went to Bali, Bangkok, Hong Kong, and when I came back to London, I was stuck at a decision. Do I drop out of university and go all in on my business, or do I please my parents and stick to the traditional path and finish off my last year in uni? And I'll be honest, after going to my brother's graduation and seeing everyone graduate and say, oh, I want to make 35K a year with my job or 40K a year with my job, I said, absolutely not, I'm going all in. So I went all in, I dropped out. And this was when me being stuck occurred. Because from that point onwards, for a while, 6 plus, 7 plus, 8 plus months, I was in the trenches. I was stuck at 10, 15, 20K a month. I was literally sleeping on my mom's sofa. So I've come back from university, sleeping on her sofa, grinding every day on the desk, going back to bed, waking up, grinding every day, going back to bed. And I was in this consistent cycle of almost there, so close, the next client, but nothing happened. Nothing changed. Barely signed any clients, always working 24/7. I was basically a slave to my clients and to my business. And of course, when you are a slave to your business, you perceive it to be a business problem. But what you need to understand is there's no such thing as business problems, only personal problems, only mindset problems, only problems on the inside you need to deal with before you can externalize any form of greatness. And so these are the 5 key limiting beliefs I eliminated and 5 key mindset shifts I made to break past that income ceiling and hit 86K a month. Let's dive in. Number 1, pattern interrupts. Your environment is everything you need to chuck yourself into extreme discomfort. So I remember this was around the next year, March/February 2025, and I had a decision to make. My friend Peter saying, bro, we've got to go to Dubai. And we've been planning this Dubai trip for a very long time. And my business had slightly improved, but I was still at that same level, that same ballpark. I had signed some new clients, but frankly speaking, if I looked at the books, if I looked at what was going on, I shouldn't have gone to Dubai. But internally, I said to myself, am I going to act and react as the person who I currently am or the person I'm trying to become? That's all I had to ask myself. And I said, the version of Isaac who's making 50K a month, 100K a month, 200K a month would dive straight in. He would say sink or swim. And so we went to Dubai. And Dubai was the most life-changing trip I have ever been on. Why? Everywhere around you in Dubai was straight abundance. I cannot express it. G-Wagons flying around, money everywhere. A Rolex was a cheap thing. Everyone had a Richard Mille, Patek, AP. And when you're in that environment for a month straight, grinding whilst also seeing the world that's around you, instantly you're like, yeah, nah, this has to be me. This has to be where I want to get to, you know? And so off the back of that, when I did come back, I was all in, locked in and focused on my business. But I also had the mindset shift where I said, okay, cool, I can actually achieve this. And this all comes down to the law of proximity. One thing is so important when you're trying to make it and trying to get to that next level is you need to be around individuals who are also doing incredible things, who are way further ahead of you. Everyone knows the saying, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And by going in those different environments where you're very uncomfortable for sure, because you're seeing people who have money, who are doing great things, who are working harder than you, who are just better than you, you naturally grow as a human being. So first things first, focus on chucking yourself into an abundance-related environment. Even if it's the gym you go to, upgrading that. Even if it's going abroad. Even if it's just looking at your current friendship group and replacing people in there because they're just not beneficial for your success. Chuck yourself into a different environment and force yourself to have a pattern interrupt. Number 2, you need to build emotional conviction. In terms of achieving anything you want in life, we all know you need to be there internally before you get there externally. Everyone has vision boards, everyone has, goals, everyone thinks about their dreams. But what you need to do, beyond just having standard goals and dreams and maybe looking at your vision board here and there, you need to envisage a time where someone close to you, whether it's a family member, a friend, whoever it is, congratulates you that you achieved your goal, congratulates you that you achieved the thing you wanted to achieve. I remember at a particular time, I literally recorded a voice note of that exact moment, my older brother congratulating me saying, you made it, you did this, you achieved this, you bought this watch, you went to this place, you moved out, you did XYZ thing. And I would go to the sauna every single day when I was working out, and I was listening to that on repeat, on repeat. I would literally envisage this moment. And best believe this moment did occur. I was able to move to my dream apartment in central London. I was able to buy my first watch. And the funny thing is about this watch is I actually set up a tab, and this is the funniest thing. I set up a tab on Google Chrome that every time I open Google Chrome, the Rolex site would come up with this particular watch. And now I have it. So building that emotional conviction, knowing that you internally already have it, that is one of the most powerful things you can do. Number 3, let go and let God. We know on a fundamental level in business, leverage is one of the most important things. And oftentimes when people aren't succeeding or doing anything great for themselves, it's because they're in their own way. Let's think about a CEO or a founder, for example. If they're doing absolutely everything, if they're writing all the ads, writing all the emails, writing all the SMS, doing the backend automations, building the funnels, scripting up a webinar, if they're also then helping out, they're in their own way. And I realized I was massively in my own way. I wasn't letting go to my team. I wasn't pouring into them and letting them upgrade themselves so they can serve us as a company and serve me better. And so once I realized that I need to actually let go and realize you can't receive from a closed hand, everything changed for me. On a mindset level, I said, do you know what it is? If hard work was the only thing that was gonna get me to the next level, the cleaner would be rich. You know, the bin man will be rich. The bricklayer will be rich, but they're not. So it clearly can't just be hard work. Understand this, you need to eliminate all limiting beliefs, thinking that hard work is the only thing that's gonna get you there, and think to yourself, the richer I get, the more I rest. Again, the richer I get, the more I rest. The more money you make, the more leverage you build, the more people you hire, the more systems you build, the more softwares you implement, and the more you rest. So it's super important to literally just let go at one point and realize that you don't have to be in control of absolutely everything. Number 4, you need to be good with or without. And this is probably one of the most important mindset shifts I had to have. Because of course, at the end of the day, there's a reason we want to make money. That 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 100K a month, that can do stuff for your family. It can do stuff for yourself. It can allow you to buy flashy stuff. It can allow you just to go on a holiday with your missus. Who cares? But the point is, there's a reason we want to make money. But oftentimes those reasons allow us to pedestalize the money, idolize it, and think, oh my gosh, this thing is so important to me. But you actually need to be in a very neutral state. And what I mean is, you need to be good with or without. Because realistically, if you base yourself off your last win or your last loss, you're gonna be up and down, up and down. And if the universe or God can dig you up and down, there's no way you're gonna get to where you wanna get to. I gained a state of being blessed and highly favored all the time, no matter what it is. Even if a client just left you, even if you received a 100K payment, even if you hit an amazing gym session, even if you hit a horrible gym session, it does not matter. You're good with or without. And having that complete detachment and neutralization from the outcome meant that abundance was literally inevitable. And everything naturally starts to flow without you striving and working so hard. Obviously, understand hard work is still important. Don't get me wrong. I work super hard, but I know that's not gonna be the only thing that's gonna get me to where I wanna get to. Finally, we have number 5. It is already done. It's already done. Understand this, in your mind, there needs to be no reality where you lose. There cannot be a reality where you lose. Because if your mind can see it, it can absolutely happen. Every single time I'm working on a day-to-day basis, I'm just telling myself, the job's already done. I'm just simply an actor. I'm an actor in God's story. The job is already done. You have to have utter delusion that you're definitely 100% going to make it. And yes, there may be some trials and tribulations and troubles along the way. Yes, it may be a bit difficult. Yes, you may have to work certain hours. Yes, you may have to hire and fire. Yes, you may have to lose money and get scammed and make money and go up in that. But the fact of the matter is, it's already done. See, conviction is the most important thing because it's about the frequency as to which you're working in. If you're working but thinking, oh no, this client's gonna leave me and this and that, those things are gonna happen. But if you're working in a state where no matter what happens, I'm good with or without, it's already done, the job's already done, and I'm just literally accomplishing it, you are going to win. Those 5 are the 5 limiting beliefs, the 5 mindset shifts that I had in order to go from being stuck at 15, 20, 25K a month to 86K a month. And realistically, everything is in them. So guys, if you enjoyed that video, leave a like, comment, join our WhatsApp group, free WhatsApp group, community, sharing serious insights and value into us, scaling the agency, running webinars for clients, getting them results and growing. And if you're serious about working together, book in a call down below. Have a great day.